Welcome to our exploration of Psalms, a rich collection of ancient wisdom that continues to inspire and guide us today. In this article, we'll be delving into the depths of Psalm 91, as translated in the Passion Translation, TPT. This magnificent psalm has been a source of comfort and strength for countless individuals throughout history, and we're excited to share its treasures with you. For many, Psalms evoke memories of quiet contemplation, the soft rustle of pages turning in a worn Bible, or the gentle whispers of a loved one sharing words of encouragement. Yet, these beautiful expressions of faith are so much more than just nostalgic reminders. They're living vessels of hope and guidance for our modern world. Psalm 91, TPT, is particularly renowned for its promises of protection and deliverance in times of trouble. In this psalm, we find words of reassurance that speak directly to our deepest fears and anxieties, reminding us that God's presence is always near, even when darkness closes in around us. As we embark on this journey through Psalm 91 TPT, let's cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity. Let's allow the ancient wisdom of these words to sink deep into our souls. And may we emerge from this exploration with hearts renewed, spirits lifted, and faith strengthened. In this introduction, we'll set the stage for our in-depth look at Psalm 91 TPT. We'll explore its historical context, understand the key themes and motifs that run throughout the psalm, and begin to see how this ancient text can speak powerfully into our lives today. Biblical context and key passages. The phrase, "Do not be afraid," is a recurring theme throughout the Bible, appearing in various forms across multiple books. In Psalm 91 TPT, we find this comforting promise repeated several times, serving as a reminder that God's presence is always with us, even in the midst of danger or uncertainty. This refrain echoes the words of Isaiah 41:10, where God encourages his people to trust in him and not be afraid because he will strengthen and help them. Similarly, in Deuteronomy 31:6, Moses assures the Israelites that God will go before them and fight for them, saying, "Do not fear or be terrified." The idea of not being afraid is closely tied to the concept of faith and trust in God's sovereignty. It requires us to surrender our fears and anxieties to him, knowing that he is able to work all things out for our good. Romans 8:28. Throughout Scripture, we see examples of individuals who faced incredible challenges, yet chose to remain steadfast in their faith, trusting in God's promises. For instance, the prophet Jeremiah found strength in God's presence despite facing intense persecution and isolation. In Psalms, this theme is often linked with the idea of God's protection and deliverance. In Psalm 91 TPT, we find powerful reassurances that speak directly to our deepest fears and anxieties, reminding us that God's presence is always near. The Bible offers numerous examples of individuals who trusted in God's promises and were delivered from harm, e.g. Daniel in the lion's den. Meaning and key themes. Psalms 91 TPT is a magnificent declaration of God's presence, protection, and deliverance. At its core, this psalm offers powerful reassurances that speak directly to our deepest fears and anxieties. It reminds us that God's presence is always near, even when darkness closes in around us. The phrase, "Do not be afraid," is a recurring theme throughout the Bible, including Psalm 91 TPT. This comforting promise serves as a reminder that God's sovereignty and power are always with us, guiding and protecting us through life's challenges. Throughout this psalm, we find various motifs that highlight God's unwavering commitment to his people. These include the idea of sheltering under God's wings. Psalm 91, 4th, being hidden in the safest place. Psalm 91, 1. And experiencing God's presence as a shield that guards us from harm. Emphasis on God's protection is closely tied to the concept of faith and trust. By choosing to surrender our fears and anxieties to Him, we demonstrate our trust in His sovereignty and ability to work all things out for our good. Romans 8:28. When faced with uncertainty or danger, Psalm 91 TPT encourages us to seek refuge in God's presence. It reminds us that He is our rock, our fortress, and our deliverer, a constant source of strength and comfort in times of trouble. Psalm also highlights the importance of trusting in God's promises and timing. We're reminded that His ways are not our ways, but rather they are higher and more wonderful than we can even imagine. Isaiah 55:8-9. This ancient wisdom is just as relevant today as it was when first penned. By embracing the principles of Psalm 91 TPT, we can develop a deeper trust in God's sovereignty, learn to face our fears with confidence, and find peace in His presence. Practical application today. So how can we apply the principles of Psalm 91 TPT in our daily lives? Firstly, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of openness and trust. This involves surrendering our fears and anxieties to God, acknowledging His sovereignty, and choosing to rest in His presence. We must also learn to recognize and respond to God's promises. By meditating on Scripture, such as Psalm 91 TPT, we can become more aware of God's faithfulness and love for us. This helps us build a strong foundation of trust that enables us to face life's challenges with confidence. Additionally, it's crucial to surround ourselves with supportive communities and relationships that encourage our faith and trust in God. By doing so, we can find strength and encouragement in the midst of difficulty. Ultimately, Psalm 91 TPT invites us to experience a deeper level of intimacy with God, one that is characterized by trust, surrender, and unwavering confidence in His love and presence. As we embark on this journey, may we discover the transformative power of faith and find ourselves increasingly anchored in the safety and security of God's love. Conclusion: as we conclude our exploration of Psalm 91 TPT, let us remember that this magnificent psalm is a treasure trove of ancient wisdom that speaks directly to our deepest fears and anxieties. It reminds us that God's presence is always near, even when darkness closes in around us. We've seen how the phrase, "do not be afraid," is a recurring theme throughout the Bible, including Psalm 91 TPT. This comforting promise serves as a reminder that God's sovereignty and power are always with us, guiding and protecting us through life's challenges. By embracing the principles of Psalm 91 TPT, we can develop a deeper trust in God's sovereignty, learn to face our fears with confidence, and find peace in His presence. May this psalm continue to be a source of comfort and strength for you as you navigate life's twists and turns. Remember that God is always near, even when darkness closes in around us. Psalm 91:15.